What else? I played some Superhot Mind Control Delete.
Oh, right.
Exciting.
Early access this week.
Yeah.
They put up the full build of it for anyone who bought it. I guess anyone who bought Superhot and anyone who buys Superhot over the next couple of days left here will get this for free.
Oh.
But also they're selling it if you just want to buy it. And they pushed the full version this morning. And so this is still I have not looked at this since they first put it out into early access, and it's still the same basic concept of here's a bunch more Superhot.
But with no story, or did I dream that?
The story is that there is no more. But the concept, they built this whole concept around it of more. Like all of the achievements are like more this, more that, and so I guess the concept is that you, as the player who beats Superhot, are saying there has to be more. And the system is constantly coming back and saying, you've already won. There is no more. You've already won. And you are continuing to push deeper and deeper until I assume you find something else. And you find little memories and little bits and pieces there. But the idea is that it's kind of a roguelike. Well, no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a run-based game. You are getting abilities. You have hearts now. You can take multiple hits in a room and not immediately die. And basically, you find hacks, and those are the abilities. So some of those will be like, what if you started every room with a katana? Or what if you had one more heart? Or what if all the guns you picked up had more bullets in them, so you got one extra shot or whatever with them? And so they kind of twist on it that way, or like it'll be stuff like any thrown object, when it lands, it explodes into a hail of bullets that will then take out other enemies and stuff like that. So they give you even some different abilities, like there's a charge where you rush over and punch a guy. So it's like it's an active ability. And so you're getting those things along the way as you kind of dig through these different nodes, and you see repeated environments and different starting positions in the same environment. It's like, here's the casino, here's this, and I don't want to say for certain that it's just straight up procedurally generated, but it does feel like, hey, we've found a way to generate a ton of more Superhot style encounters without making unique crafted things for each one of these. It has the feel of a procedurally generated game, I guess I would say. And so it doesn't feel as tight and as crafted as the original Superhot did. And so that's weird. And then so they just to change things up, they play around with the rules where it's like you'll see enemies holding guns, but the guns are red and not black, like they're a part of the body. And so the guys with red guns do not drop them ever. So, you can't knock the gun out of their hand or do anything like that. They're just always going to have it. And so they try to play around with the enemies that way. And I think they've come up with some fun twists and stuff. Like it's a different kind of game than the first game was, which obviously the first Superhot was short. It was tight. It just felt like just honed, just super fucking crafted, like perfect in so many ways.
Also like very new and unique, right? Like,
right, exactly. Yes, of course. And so this is more of that, but maybe not quite as good, but also the abilities and things change it up in ways that make it still engaging. So I think it's cool. It's just a different kind of cool. And also, I mean, of course, like Superhot VR happened in the middle of these two as well. And Superhot VR is, it's one of the best things. I think it's probably still one of the best things you can do in VR is play fucking Superhot VR. And this isn't that. It's funny. You go look at the Steam community page for Mind Control Delete, and it's not just, but there are a bunch of people going like, are you going to do this in VR? Which is like the most, like just the lack of understanding of like what it would take. Like adapting this game into VR as is would not be fun, because the cool thing about Superhot VR is all that shit was custom. Like they really nailed it. They really thought long and hard about like, what do we do to make this game in VR, and did kind of a different thing, and it's fucking amazing. And just like slapping this game into VR would be a not garbage, but it would not be. It's not what they actually are asking for. It's not what they actually want. What they would want is, hey, what if you did this, but with a VR style thing, and actually custom made another VR thing, which I think they should do. There should be more Superhot VR. It's that good.
Did Superhot VR not have the time mechanic? Did they change that? It does. Okay.
So it'll be a situation where it's like you'll be like Arsenioing to make time move, so you can wait for your gun to reload or something like that. And so they made some changes around some of that stuff. But yes, it is still the basic idea of time moves when you move. So I don't know, like it's Superhot Mind Control Delete is simultaneously the weakest of the 3 Superhot games, but also still kind of cool on its own. It's just a different sort of thing, and like it doesn't necessarily nail the things that I loved about the other 2 Superhot games, but on its own, on merits or whatever, like I'll play some more of it. It's still fun. And I'm not even super deep into it, so and I reset my save when it pops up and says, hey, do you want to reset your save, because you might miss some shit if you don't. So I reset my early access save and started over. So yeah, that's out right now technically, but if you bought Superhot and you just want to get it for free, I think it'll be out in 2 days that way. So you should I assume you just get it on Steam, or I think it might be. I think they're doing it on consoles. I don't actually. Now you know what? I don't actually know how they're doing it, but they are doing it at least on Steam with that stuff. So
who's the developer on those games?
Team Superhot or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything else that's not Superhot yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
They'd have to change that name.
Yeah,
I guess
the team true. More than Superhot. More.
Spin off a whole new company.